Hello and welcome back to Livingroom Shakespeare. This is our season finale. We're doing a Midsummer Night's Dream tonight, and we are so excited to bring you this show. All of our actors are ready and waiting in the wings, but before we begin, I would like to remind you that the Center for Performing Arts in Rhinebeck is a theatrical home for many of our actors. They are currently streaming Oedipus RX for one more day. You're missing their show tonight because you're here, but tomorrow, they have one more showing of Oedipus RX. It is amazing, so make sure you see it. Next weekend, they are going to be selling streaming tickets for No Joke Improv, which is an improv show. It's been recorded, but they did it in front of an audience, and I hear it's very funny. So make sure you get your streaming tickets for No Joke Improv. And following that, they will have dance recitals on their outdoor stage. And then they will be opening As You Like It and the Language Archives, both for the outdoor stage. So start making your plans to visit the center over the summer and sit out in the Grand Lawn and watch shows on their outdoor stage. It's going to be an amazing summer there. Also, many of our actors are doing shows right now with New Deal Performing Arts up in Hyde Park. They have a children's production of The Addams Family next weekend. And then they have One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And then after One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, they are opening the regional premiere of Something Rotten. So those will all be outdoor at Hackett Hill Park in Hyde Park. They have a stage there that they've built. And so those productions are also going to be amazing. So make sure that you are looking out for these live outdoor productions that are going to be going on all summer. And you are getting to your local theaters. It's going to be a really great summer for theater, which is part of the reason why we are taking a summer hiatus. So this is our last production for this season. We're taking a summer hiatus. We will be off until at least somewhere in June. Please watch us on Facebook to see when we're coming back. We will make sure to make a big hullabaloo when it is time. So I suppose that is enough from me. Without much further ado, we will give you A Midsummer Night's Dream. Act 1, Scene 1.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon. But oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires, like to a stepdame or a dowager, long withering out a young man revenue.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time, and then the moon, like to a silver bow, new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Go, Philostrate, stir up the Athenian youth to merriments, awake the pert nimble spirit of mirth. Turn melancholy forth to funerals, the pale companion is not for our pomp.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And my gracious Duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her windows sung, with feigning voice, verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy, with bracelets of thy hair, rings, gauds, conceits, of strong prevailment in unhardened youth. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And my gracious Duke, be it so she wilt not be here before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens, as she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law, immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid. To you, your father should be as a god. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father looked but with my eyes.
Rather your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty. in such presence here to plead my thoughts, but I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires, know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether, if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun, for I to be in shady cloister mewed, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold fruitless moon. Thrice blessed they that master so their blood, to undergo such maiden pilgrimage. But earthlier happy is the rose distilled than that which withered on the virgin thorn, grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me, for everlasting bond of fellowship, upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius, as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest, for I, austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander, true, he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him, and she is mine, and all my right of her I do estate upon Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his, my fortunes every way as fairly ranked, if not with vantage, as Demetrius. And which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Nedar's daughter Helena, and won her soul, and she, sweet lady, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof, but being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius, come, and come, Aegeus, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate to death or to a vow of single life. Come, my Hippolyta, what cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegeus, go along.
With duty and desire, we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Well, like for want of rain, for I could well between them the tempest of mine eyes.
Ay me, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth. But either it was different in blood,
Oh, cross, too high to be enthralled to low.
or else misgraft in respective years,
Oh, spite, too old to be engaged to young.
or else it stood upon the choice of friends,
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes.
or if there were a sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it a momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, so quick bright things come to confusion.
Then true lovers have been ever crossed, it stands as an edict of destiny. Then let us teach our child patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancy's followers.
A good persuasion. Therefore hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee. And to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me then, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, there will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever women spoke, in that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue's sweet air more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear, when wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear. Sickness is catching, oh, were favor so. Yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
And the more I love, the more he hateth me.
This folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None, but your beauty, would that fault were mine.
Take comfort, he no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place.
Helen, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time that lovers' flights doth still conceal, through Athens' gates have we devised to steal.
And in the wood where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there my Lysander and myself shall meet. And thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander, we must starve our sight from lovers' food till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities. Things base and vile, folding no quantity. Love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. And therefore is winged Cupid painted blind, nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste. Wings and no eyes figure unheedy haste, as waggish boys in game themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight, and then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Act 1, Scene 2.
Is all our company here?
You were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here's the scroll of every man's name, which is thought fit through all Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on. Then read the names of the actors and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom, the weaver.
Ready! Name what part I am for, and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself in the most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest, yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates. This was lofty. Now name the rest of the players. Oh, this is a tyrant's vein. A lover is more condoling.
Francis Flute.
Oh,
The
here,
bellows-
Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
Oh, what is Thisbe? A wandering knight?
No, it's the lady that Pyramus must love.
Oh, nay, Faith. Let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming in.
It's all the one. You shall play it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisne, I, Pyramus, lover dear, thy Thisbe dear and lady.
No. You must play Pyramus, and Flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling, the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout, the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner. Snug. You, the lion's part. And I hope here is a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you, if it be, give it me, for I am slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again, let him roar again.
And you should do it too terribly. You would fright the ladies that they would shriek. And that were enough to hang us all.
That would hang us.
Hang us, every mother's son.
I grant you, friends, if that you should fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice so that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar you as for any nightingale.
You can play no part but Pyramus, for Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a most lovely gentleman, as one a proper man, as one shall see in a summer's day, a most lovely gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it. What beard were I best to play it in?
Why, what you will.
I will discharge it in either your straw-colored beard, your orange tawny beard, or your French crown-colored beard. You're perfect yellow.
Masters, hear your parts, and I'm to entreat you, request you, and desire you to con them by tomorrow tonight, and meet me in the palace wood, a mile without the town by moonlight. There we will rehearse, for if we meet in the city, we shall be dogged with company, and our devices known. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet, and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains. Be perfect. Adieu.
At the Duke's Oak, we meet.
Enough. Hold or cut bowstrings.
Act 2, Scene 1.
How now, spirit? Whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, through bush, through briar, over park, over pale, through flood, through fire. I do wander everywhere and serve the fairy queen to do orbs upon the green. I must go seek some dewdrops here and hang a pearl on every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thou lobe of spirits, all be gone. Our queen and all our elves come here anon.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed, the queen come not within his sight. For over on this passing fell in wrath, because that she, as her attendant, hath a lovely boy, stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling. And jealous Oberon would have the child knight of his train, to trace the forests wild. But she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers and makes them all her joy. And now they never meet in Grover Green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen, but they do swear that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape in making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are you not he that frights the maidens of the villagery, and sometimes make the drink to bear no burn? Mislead night wanderers, laughing at their harm. Those that hobgoblin call you in sweet Puck, you do their work and they shall have good luck. Are you not he?
Thou speakest right. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile, when I a fat and being fed horse beguile. The wisest on't, telling the saddest tale. Sometime for 3-foot stool mistaketh me, and slip I from her bum. And down topples she, and Taylor cries, and falls into a cough. And then the whole choir hold their hips and laugh, and waxen in their mirth, and knees and swear a merrier hour was never wasted there. But, room fairy, here comes Oberon.
And my mistress would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous, Oberon? Fairies, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash woman, am I not thy lord?
Well, then I must be thy lady. But I have known when thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of corn sat all day playing on pipes of corn, and inversing love to amorous Phillida. Why art thou here, come from the farthest steep of India? But that forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, your buck-skinned mistress and your warrior love to Theseus must be wedded. And you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus?
These are the forgeries of jealousy. And never since the middle summer spring met we on hill, in dale, forest, or mead, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, or in the beached margins of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain as in revenge, have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which, falling in the land, have every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. The ox hath therefore stretched his yoke in vain. The plowman lost his sweat, and the green corn hath rotted ere his youth attained a beard. The human mortals want their winter here. No night is now with him or carol blessed. And through this distemperature, we see the seasons alter. The spring, the summer, the childish autumn, angry winter change their wonted liveries. And the mazed world, by their increase, knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross for Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night, full often did she gossip by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking the embarked traders on the flood, where we have laughed to see the sails conceive and grow big-bellied with the wanton wind, which she, with pretty and with swimming gait, did imitate. Her womb then rich with my young squire, to fetch me trifles and return again, as from a voyage rich with merchandise. that she, being mortal, of that boy did die. And for her sake I do rear up the child. And for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you to stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you would patiently dance in our round and see our moonlit revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for your fairy kingdom. Fairies, away! We shall chide downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all armed. A certain aim he took at a fair vestal throned by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound, and all maidens call it love and idleness. Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make or man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again, ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put the girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing, then she waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, on meddling monkey, or on a busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can't take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but yet you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather do I not in plainest truth tell you, I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel, spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me, only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. What worser place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog?
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much, to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity?
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company, for you and my respect are all the world. Then how can it be said I am alone when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run when you will. The story shall be changed. Apollo flies, and Daphne holds the chase.
I will not say thy questions. Let me go. Or if thou follow me, do not believe but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
I, in the temple, in the town, the field, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius. Your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love, as men may do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee and make a heaven of hell to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Ah, hast thou the flower there?
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows. There sleeps Titania sometime of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. And with the juice of this I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and seek through this grove a sweet Athenian lady is in love. With a disdainful youth, anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the youth by the Athenian garments he hath on. Affect it with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Act 2, Scene 2.
Come now. A rondel and a fairy song. Then, for the third part of a minute, hence. Some to kill cankers and the muskrose buds. To make my small elves coats, and some to keep back the clamorous owl that nightly hoots and wanders. Then to your offices, and let me rest.
You spotted snakes with double tongue, thorny hedgehogs be not seen.
Newts and blindworms do no wrong. Come not near our fairy queen.
Philomel with melody, singing our sweet lullaby.
Lula, lula, lullaby, lula, lula, lullaby, never harm, nor spell, nor charm, come our lovely lady nigh. So good night with lullaby.
Weaving spiders, come not here. Hence, you long-legged spinners, hence.
Beetles black, approach not near. Worm no sail, but do no offense.
Philomel with melody, singing our sweet lullaby.
Hence away, now all is well. One aloof stand sentinel.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love's sake. Be it ounce or cat or bear, pard or boar with bristled hair. In thy eye that shall appear, when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood, and to speak troth, I have forgot our way. We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both, one heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off. Do not lie so near.
Well, take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it. And by your side no bedroom me deny for lying, so Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now much beshrew my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But, gentle friend, for love and courtesy lie further off. In human modesty, such separation as may well be said becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen. Amen to that fair prayer, say I. And then end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
Half that wish the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none. on whose eyes I might prove this flower's force in stirring love. Night and silence. Who is here? The weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said, despised the Athenian maid. And here the maiden, sleeping sound, on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon thy eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid sweep his seat on thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay, though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
Charge thee hence, do not haunt me thus.
Wilt thou, darkling, leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril, I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears, if so, my eyes were oftener washed than hers. No, I'm as ugly as a bear. For beasts that meet me run away for fear. Therefore no marvel though Demetrius do as a monster fly my presence thus. What wicked and dissembling glass of mine made me compare with Hermia's fiery eyne? But who is here? Lysander? On the ground? Dead? Or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And run through fire will I for thy sweet sake, transparent Helena. Nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? How fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What though he love your Hermia? Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Hermia, Helena I love. Who would not change a raven for a dove? Things growing are not ripe until their season, so I, being young till now, ripe not to reason. And touching now the point of human skill, reason becomes the marshal to my will and leads me to your eyes, where I o'erlook love stories written in love's richest book.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough? Is it not enough, young man, that I did never, no, nor never can, deserve a sweet look from Demetrius's eye, but you must flout my insufficiency? Good troth, you do me wrong. Good sooth, you do, in such disdainful manner, me to woo. But very well, perforce I must confess, I thought you lord of more gentleness. Oh, that a lady of one man refused should of another therefore be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayest thou come Lysander near. In all my powers, address your love and might to honor Helen and to be her knight.
Help me, Lysander! Help me, do thy best to pluck this curling serpent from my breast! Ay me! Oh, for pity, what a dream was here! Oh, Lysander, look how I do quake with fear! Methought a serpent eat my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander? What? Removed? Lysander? Lord? What, out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word. Alack, where are you? Speak! And if you hear, speak of all loves. I swoon almost with fear. No? Then I well perceive you all not nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately.
Act 3, Scene 1.
Are we all met?
Pat, and here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. The green plot shall be our stage, and we will do it in action as we'll do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince.
What sayest thou, bully bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
Fire lack and a perilous fear.
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say, we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, and not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No, make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves. To bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he himself must speak through, saying thus, or to the same effect, ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity of my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are. And there indeed let him name his name, and tell them plainly he is Snug the Joiner.
It shall be so. But there's 2 hard things. That is, to bring moonlight into a chamber, for, Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine the night we play our play?
A calendar. Look in the almanac. Find out moonshine.
Oh, yes, it doth shine that night.
Why, then may you leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye, or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lanthorn, and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. Then there's another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber. For Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did talk through a chink in the wall.
You could never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and let him have some plaster, or some loam, or some rough cast about him to signify wall. And let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into that break, and so everyone according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen? What? A play toward? I'll be an auditor, an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savor sweet.
Oh, odors.
Odors savor sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
Strange your Pyramus to an airplane here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, marry must you, for you must understand he goes but to see a noise that he heard, and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like the red rose, true as horse, and yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Highness tomb, man. Oh, why you must speak that night yet? That you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your part at once, cues and all Pyramus enter. Nah, your cue is past. It is never tire.
Okay. As truest horse that would yet never tire.
If I were fair Thisbe, I were only thine.
Ah! Oh, monstrous! Oh, strange! We're haunted! Pray, masters! Fly, masters! Help! Oh!
I'll follow you. I'll lead you back around, through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometime a horse I'll be, sometime a hound, a hog, a headless boar, sometime a fire, and neigh, and bark, and grunt, and roar, and burn, like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire at every turn.
Why do they run away? This is a knavery of them to make me afeard.
O Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an ass head of your own, do you?
Bless thee, Bottom! Oh, bless thee, thou art translated! Oh!
Huh. I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this place, do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing that they shall hear. I am not afraid. The ousel cock so black of hue, with orange tawny bill, this throstle with his nose so true, the wren with little quill.
What angel is it wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo gray, whose note full many a man doth mark, and dares not answer nay.
Oh, I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored with thy sound, so is mine eye enthralled with thy shape, and thy fair virtue's force, for force doth move me on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity that some honest neighbors will not make them friends. Nay, I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beauteous.
Not so, neither. But if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou would or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies shall attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grossness so, that you shall like an airy spirit grow. Peas blossom, cobweb, moth, and mustard seed.
Ready?
And I.
And I.
And I.
Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humblebees, and for night tapers, crop their waxen thighs and light them at the fiery glowworm's eyes, to have my love to bed and to arise. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal.
Hail.
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 I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
I shall desire of more acquaintance, good Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, honest gentleman.
Peas Blossom.
I pray you, commend me to Mr. Squash, your mother, and to Master Peascod, your father. Your name, I beseech you, sir.
Mustard seed.
Good Master Mustard Seed, I know your patience well. I promise you, your kindred had made my eyes water ere now. I desire you more acquaintance, good Master Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him. Lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks pale and watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting of some enforced chastity. Tie up my lover's tongue, bring him silently.
Aww.
Ooh. Act 3, Scene 2.
I wonder if Titania be awake. Then, what it was that next came in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. Ah. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals, that work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented, in their sport forsook his scene and entered in a break when I did him at this advantage take. An ass's mould I fixed on his head. Anon, his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes. When they him spy, as wild geese that the creeping fowler eye, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky, so at his sight away his foes fly. So I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there, when in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juice as I bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, that when he waked, of force she must be eyed.
Stand close, this is the same Athenian.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Ay, but chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse, if thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being o'er shoes and blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away? It cannot be but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Ah, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I had rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog! Out, cur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be never numbered among men. Oh, once tell true, even for my sake. Durst thou have looked upon him being awake, and hast thou killed him sleeping? Oh, brave touch! Could not a worm, an adder, do so much? An adder did it, for with doubler tongue than thine, thou serpent, never adder stung.
You spend your passions on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege never to see me more. Then from thy hated presence part I so, see me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There's no following her in this fierce vein. Here therefore for a while I will remain.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. Of thy misprison must perforce ensue some true love turned, and not a false turned true.
Then fate rules that one man holding troth, a million fail, confounding oath on oath.
About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. All fancy sick she is, and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion, see thou bring her here. All charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Oh. Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sinken apple of his eye, when his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously. As the Venus of the sky, when thou wakest, if she be by, beg her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside. The noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then we'll two at once woo one. That must needs be sport alone, and those things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I should woo in scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vows are so born in their nativity, all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, O devilish holy fray, these vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me, put in two scales, will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helen, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine, to what my love shall I compare thine eye? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe in show thy lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow.
Oh, spite. Oh, hell. I see. You all are bent to set against me for your merriment. Can you not hate me, as I know you do, but you must join in souls to mock me too? If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so, to vow and swear and super praise my parts, when I am sure you hate me with your hearts. You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia. This you know, I know. And here with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love, I yield you up my part. And yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as guest-wise sojourned. And now to Helen it is home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the fate thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou will buy it dear. Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes, wherein it doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found, mine ear, I thank it, brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay, whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love that would not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all you fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could not this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think, it cannot be.
Oh, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have joined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you, with these contrived, to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent, when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us, is it all forgot? All school days friendship, childhood innocence, and will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend? It is not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex, as well as I, may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander, as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love, Demetrius, who even now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine, and rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love, so rich within his soul, and tender me, forsooth, affection, but by your setting on, by your consent?
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persever. Counterfeit sad looks make mouths upon me when I turn my back. Wink at each other, hold the sweet jest up. This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. If you have any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument, but very well, 'tis partly my own fault, which death or absence shall soon remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena. Hear my excuse, my love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee, by my life I do.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, where do tends all this?
Hang off, thou cat, thou burr. Vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What changes this sweet love?
Thy love, out, tawny Tartar, out, loathed medicine, hated potion, hence.
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What, should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Wherefore? Oh me, what news, my love? Am not I Hermia? Are not you Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you left me, yet since night you left me. Why then, you left me. Oh, the gods forbid! In earnest, shall I say?
Aye, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain, nothing truer, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh me, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love! What? Have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine, if faith. Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you.
Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height, forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak, how low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach into thine eyes.
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewishness. I am a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You perhaps may think that because she is something lower than myself that I can match her.
Lower? Hark! Again!
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you. Save that in love unto Demetrius, I told him of your stealth unto this wood. He followed you, for love I followed him, but he hath chid me hence, and threatened me to strike me, spurn me, nay, to kill me too. And now, so you will let me quiet go? To Athens will I bear my folly back, and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Why get you gone? Who is that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius!
Be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
When she's angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again, nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
Get you gone, you dwarf, you minimus of hindering not grass maid, you bead, you acorn.
You were too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena. Take not her part, for if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abye it.
Now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest, to try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you. I no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Steal thy mistakest, or else committest thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did you not tell me I should know the youth by the Athenian garments he had on? And so far blameless proves my enterprise, that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes, and so far am I glad it so did. Sort as this their jangling, I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hie therefore, Robin, overcast the night, and lead these testy rivals so astray as one can not within another's way. Like to Lysander sometime frame thy tongue, then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong, and sometime rail thou like Demetrius, and from each other look, thou lead them thus. Till o'er with their brows death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all error with his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. While I in this affair do thee employ, to my queen, and beg her Indian boy. And then I will her charmed eye release from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy lord, this must be done with haste, for night's swift dragons outcut the clouds full fast, and yonder shines Aurora's harbinger, at whose approach ghosts, wandering here and there, already to their wormy beds are gone. For fear lest they should look their shames upon, they willfully themselves exile from light, and must for aye consort with black-browed night.
But we are spirits of another sort. I with the morning's love have oft made sport. But notwithstanding haste, Make no delay. We may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down, I will lead them up and down. I am fair from field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again, thou runaway, thou coward. Art thou fled? Speak. In some bush. Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou lookest for wars, and wilt not come? Come, recreant. Come, thou child. I'll whip thee with a rod. He is defiled that draws the sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice. We'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me and still dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster he did fly. That fallen am I in dark, uneven way, and here will rest me.
Ho, 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 coward! Why comes thou not?
Abide me if thou darest, for well I wot thou runnest before me, shifting every place, and dare not stand nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, then thou mockst me. Thou shalt buy this dear if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. By day's approach, look to be visited.
O weary night, O long and tedious night, abate thy hour. Shine comforts from the east that I may back to Athens by daylight, from these that my poor company detest, and sleep that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye, steal me a while from mine own company.
Yet but three. Come one more. Two of both kinds make up four. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, bedabbled with the dew and torn with briars, I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest till the break of day. Heavens shield Lysander if they mean a fray.
On the ground, sweep sound. I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye, and the country proverb known, that every man shall take his own, in your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill, the man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Act 4, Scene 1.
Sit thou down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready.
Scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Ready.
Monsieur Cobweb, good monsieur. Get you your weapons in your hand and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on the top of a thistle. And, good monsieur, bring me the honey back. Do not fret yourself too much in the action, monsieur. And, good monsieur, have a care the honey bag break not. I would be loath to have you overflown with the honey bag, signor. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready.
Give me your knife, Monsieur Mustard Seed. Pray you leave your courtesy, good monsieur.
Monsieur will.
Nothing. good monsieur. But to help cavalry cobweb to scratch, I must to the barber's, monsieur. Methinks I am marvelous hairy about the face. And I am such a tender ass, if my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
What? Wilt thou hear music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tongs and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat.
Truly, a peck of provender. I could munch your good dry oats. Methinks I have a great desire to a bottle of hay. Good hay. Sweet hay hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I had rather have a handful or two of dried peas. But I pray you, let none of your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in mine arms. Fairies, be gone. Be always away. So doth the woodbine, the sweet honeysuckle, gently entwist. The female ivy so enrings the bulky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee. How I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou that sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity. For meeting her of late behind the wood, seeking sweet favors from this hateful fool, I did upbraid her and fall out with her. For she his hairy temples then had rounded with a coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers. And that same dew, which sometime on the buds was wont to swell like round and orient pearls, stood now within the pretty floweret's eyes, like tears that did begin their own disgrace bewail. And I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience. I then did ask of her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and her fairy sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy. I will undo this hateful imperfection in her eyes. And, gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain. Then, that he awakening when the other do, may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, as the fierce vexation of a dream. But first, I'll release my fairy queen. Be as thou wast want to be. See as thou wast want to see. Dian's bud or Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon. What visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eye doth loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off this head. Titania, music call, and strike more dead than common sleep of all these five the sense.
Music, ho! Such music as charmeth sleep.
Now, when thou wakest, with thine own fool's eyes, peep.
Sound of music. Come, my queen, take hands with me, and rock the ground whereon these slippers be. Now thou and I are new in amity, and we'll tomorrow night, solemnly, dance in Duke Theseus' house triumphantly. And bless it all to fair prosperity. There shall the pairs of faithful lovers be, wedded with Theseus, all in jollity.
Fairy king, attend and mark. I do hear the morning lark.
Then my queen, in silence sad, trip we after this night's shade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I sleeping here was found with these mortals on the ground.
Go, one of you, find out the forester. For now our observation is performed, and since we have the wayward of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds. We will, fair queen, up to the mountain's top, and mark the musical confusion of hounds in echo in conjunction. Judge when you hear. But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep, and this Lysander, this Demetrius's, this Helena, old Nader's Helena. I wonder of their being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hearing our intent, came here in grace our solemnity. But speak, Aegeus, is not this the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go, bid the huntsmen wake them with their horns. Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine is past. Begin these wood birds but to couple now?
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world? The hatred is so far from jealousy, to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly, half sleep, half waking, but as yet I swear I cannot truly say how I came here. As I think, for truly would I speak, and now do I bethink me, so it is. I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might, without the peril of the Athenian law.
Enough, my lord. You have enough. I beg the law upon his head, that they would have stolen away. They would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me, you of your wife, and me of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of their purpose hither into this wood, and I in fury hither followed them, fair Helena in fancy following me. But my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is. My love to Hermia melted as the snow. Seems to me now as the remembrance of an idle god, which in my childhood I did dote upon. And all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and the pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed ere I saw Hermia, but like in sickness did I loathe this food. But as in health come to my natural taste, now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you have fortunately met. Of this discourse we will hear anon. Aegeus, I will overbear your will, for in the temple by and by with us, these couples shall eternally be knit. And for the morning now is something worn, our purposed hunting shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3. We'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem small and undistinguishable.
Methinks I see things with a parted eye, when everything seems double.
So methinks. And I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own, and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. Do not you think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
He did bid us follow to the temple.
Why then we are awake. Let's follow him, and by the way, let us recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me, and I will answer. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hey ho, Peter Quince, flute, the bellows bender, snout, the tinker, the starveling. God's my life. Stolen hence and left me asleep. I've had a most rare vision. I've had a dream past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if you go about to expound this dream. Methought I was. There is no man can tell what. Methought I was. Methought I had. But man is but a patched fool, if you will offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen. Man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream. It shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom. And I will sing it in the latter end of a play, before the Duke. Peradventure, to make it the more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
Act 4, Scene 2.
You sent to Bottom's house? Has he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt he is transported.
If he come not, then the play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. There's not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus, but he.
Oh, no, but he hath simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Too. And he is very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must not say paragon. A paramour is, God bless us, is the thing of naught.
Masters, the Duke is coming from the temple, and there is 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married. It's our sport had gone forward. We had all been made men.
Oh, sweet bully Bottom! Thus hath he lost 6 pence a day during his life. He could not have escaped 6 pence a day. And the Duke had not given him 6 pence a day for playing Pyramus. I'll be hanged, he would not have deserved it. 6 pence a day in Pyramus or nothing.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
Bottom, oh, most courageous day, most happy hour.
Masters, I am to discourse wonders, but ask me not what, for if I tell you, I am no true Athenian. I will tell you everything, right as it fell out.
Here, sweet Bottom.
Not a word of me. All that I will tell you is that the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together, good strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps. Meet presently at the palace. Every man look o'er his part, for the short and the long is, our play is preferred. Ah! In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen, and let not him that plays the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out for the lion's claws. And most dear actors, eat no onions nor garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath. And I do not doubt but to hear them say it is a sweet comedy. No more words. Away! Go! Away!
Act 5, Scene 1.
"'Tis strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of."
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables, nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies, that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. Such tricks hath strong imagination, that if it would but apprehend some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy. Or in the night, imagining some fear, how easy is a bush supposed a bear.
But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth than fancy's images, and grows to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us, wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now, what masks, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours, between our after supper and bedtime? Where is our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Call Philostrate.
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what abridgment have you for this evening?
There is a brief how many sports are ripe. Make choice of which your highness will see first.
The battle with the centaurs, to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp. Will none of that. That have I told my love and glory of my kinsman Hercules. The thrice three muses mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. That is some satire, keen and critical, not sorting with a nuptial ceremony. A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe, very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical, tedious and brief, that is, hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious for in all the play. There is not one word apt, one player fitted, and tragical, my noble lord, is. For Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water, but more merry tears. The passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which never labored in their minds till now, and now have toiled their unbreathed memories, with the same play against your nuptial.
And we will hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it over, and it nothing the world. Unless you can find sport in their intents, extremely stretched and conned with cruel pain, to do you service.
I will hear that play, for never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go, bring them in, and take your place, ladies.
I love not to see wretchedness o'ercharged, and duty in his service perishing.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
He says they can do nothing in this kind.
The kind are we to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake, and what poor duty cannot do. Noble respect takes in it might, not merit.
So please your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with our goodwill. That you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill, to show our simple skill. That is the true beginning of our end. Consider then we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to contest you. Our true intent is all for your delight. We are not here. That you should here repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know.
This fellow doth not stand upon points.
Rid his prologue like a rough colt, he knows not the stop. A good moral, my lord. It is not enough to speak, but to speak true.
Indeed, he hath played on his prologue like a child on a recorder, a sound, but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired, but all disordered. Who is next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe, is certain. This man with lime and rough cast doth present wall, that vile wall which did these lovers sunder. And through wall's chink, poor souls, they are content to whisper. At the which, let no man wonder, this man, with lanthorn, dog, and bush of thorn, presented moonshine. For if you will know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Ninus's tomb, there to woo. Yes, this grisly beast, which lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe, coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which lion vile with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, a sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. Whereat, with bloody blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast. And Thisbe, tarrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain at large discourse. Well, here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
No wonder, my lord. One lion may when many asses do.
In this same interlude it doth befall that I one snout by name present a wall. And such a wall as I could have you think that had it in its crannied hole or chink, through which it the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did whisper often very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I am the same wall, the truth is so. And this cranny is right and sinister, through which fearful lovers are to whisper.
Would you desire lime and hair to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard discourse, my lord.
Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence.
Oh, grim-looked night! Oh, night with hue so black! Oh, night, whichever art when day is not! Oh, night! Oh, night! Alack! 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 I fear my Thisbe's promises forgot. And thou, O wall, O sweet, O lovely wall, that standst between her father's ground and mine, thou wall, O sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall. Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. Oh, wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the wall. You shall see. It will fall pat as I told you. Yonder she comes.
Oh, wall! Oh, full often hast thou heard my names. Oh, for parting my fair Pyramus and me. Oh, my cherry lips. Often kiss thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe!
My love, thou art. I think.
Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace. Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
Oh, I kiss the walls. Oh, no, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straightway?
Oh, tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I, while my part discharged so, and being done, the wall away doth go.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst are no worse if imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination then, not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here come two noble beasts in, a man and a lion.
You ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when lion rough and wildest rage doth roar. Then know that I, one Snug the joiner, am a lion fell, nor else no lion's dam. For if I should as a lion come in strife into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
A very gentle beast, of a good conscience.
The very best at a beast, my lord, that e'er I saw.
It is well. Let us listen to the moon.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present. Myself, the man, I, the moon, do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put into the lanthorn. How is it else the man in the moon?
I am weary of this moon. Would that he would change.
Proceed, moon.
All that I have to say is to tell that the lanthorn is the moon, I the man in the moon, this thorn bush, my thorn bush, and this dog, my dog.
But all these should be in the lanthorn, for all of these are in the moon. But silence. Here comes Thisbe.
This is old Ninny's tomb. Where is my love?
Well roared, lion.
Well run, Thisbe.
Well shone moon. Truly, the moon shines with a good grace.
Well moused, lion.
So the lion vanished.
Then came Pyramus.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious, golden, glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe's sight. But stay, O spite! But mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? O dainty duck, O dear,
Knife.
thy mantle, good. What, stained with blood? Approach, ye furies fell. Oh, fates, come, come, cut thread and thrum, quail, crush, conclude, and quell.
Honeybees, this is it.
This passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
I did that on purpose.
Shrew my heart, but I pity the man.
Wherefore, nature, didst thou lion's frame? These lion vile have here deflowered, my dear, which is, no, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked,
Where are we?
looked with cheer. Come, tears confound. Out, sword, and wound the pap of Pyramus.
I found it.
I, that left pap, where hearts doth hop. Thus die I, thus. Now am I dead. Now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Come, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now, Die. 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 Die.
With the help of a surgeon, he might yet recover and prove an ass.
How chance Moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover?
She will find him by starlight. Here she come, and her passion ends the play.
Methinks she should not use a long one for such a Pyramus. I hope she will be brief.
She hath spied him already with those sweet eyes.
And thus she means Vitalice.
Sleep, my love? What? Dead? My dove? Oh, Pyramus! Arise! Speak! Speak! Oh, quite dumb. Dead? Dead? Oh, the tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These, my lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone! Are gone. Oh, lovers, make moan! Oh, his eyes were green as leeks. Oh, sisters! Three, oh, come to me! Oh, with hands as pale as milk. Oh, lay them in gore. Oh, since you have shore with shears his thread of silk. Tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword! Oh, come, blade, my breast imbrue! Ow! Oh. And farewell, friends. Farewell. Thus, Thisbe ends. Adieu. Adieu. Yeah.
Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and Wall too.
No, assure you, the wall is down that parted their fathers. Will it please you to see the epilogue? Or to hear a bergamasque dance between two of our company?
No, no epilogue, I pray you. For your play needs no excuse, never excuse. For when the players are all dead, there needs none to be blamed. Marry, if he that writ it had played Pyramus and hanged himself in Thisbe's garter, it would have been a fine tragedy. And so it is, truly and very notably discharged. But come, let your epilogue alone. The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers to bed, 'tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall outsleep the coming morn. As much as we this night might have overwatched, this probable gross play hath well beguiled the heavy gate of night. Sweet friends, to bed. A fortnight hold we this solemnity in nightly revels and new jollity.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon. Whilst the heavy plowman snores, all with weary task fordone. Now it is the time of night that the graves all gaping wide, every one lets forth his sprite in the churchway paths to glide. And we fairies that do run by the triple Hecate's team, from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream. Now our frolic, not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Now until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray, to the best bride bed will be, which by us shall blessed be. And the issue there create ever shall be fortunate. So shall all the couples three ever true in loving be. And the blots of nature's hand shall not miss in their issue stand. Never mole, hair, lip, nor scar, nor mark prodigious such as are despised in nativity, shall upon their children be. With this field do consecrate, each fairy take his gate, and each several chamber bless, through this palace with sweet peace. And the owner of it blessed, ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay, meet me all at break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear. And this week an idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend if you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, else the puck a liar call. So, good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.
I'm the only one here to give them hands. So all of the claps for all of them. Oh my goodness, what a wonderful show. Okay, folks, I am putting us into speaker view and we are lining up to get ready for a curtain call in some kind of insane order that I'm gonna try to pull together as I go here. Woo! So
it's all good.
Don't be surprised if the order is nonsense. Tonight in the role of Moth the Fairy, you got me. Yay, I was a fairy. That was fun. All right, did me. Okay, here we go. As the fairy peas blossom, peas blossom. We had Sylvia. Sylvia, please say something.
Hi.
That's we can see you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. As the fairy and mustard seed, we had Janie.
Thank you.
Oh, Sylvia was also Starveling Moonshine.
Yes, she was. I'm so sorry. I knew I was going to forget something. Sylvia, take a second bow for Starveling.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Wonderful. As Cobweb and Snug, we have Patricia.
Thank you, everyone.
As the Philostrate, we had Jake.
Thank you, guys.
Fantastic. I'm working my way around here. As oh my goodness, what am I looking at? Okay. As Hippolyta, we have Michelle.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, she's
Thank
so pretty.
you.
So pretty. And as a GS, we had Howie.
There it is. Hey, thanks everybody. Support local theater, donate, buy tickets.
As Snout, we had Logan.
Everyone.
As Flute, we had Joseph.
Hi. Donate to the center.
Flute and Thisbe. Oh my goodness. You're right. You're right. I managed to miss people. I don't have people on my list. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm losing
As
my mind.
Theseus, we had Kevin Sr.
That's exactly what yep.
Thank you, thank you. As old as I look, I don't feel a day over 55.
You're a troublemaker. Okay, as Theseus, we had Kevin Sr. I got that one. As Peter Quince, we had Chris Earl.
Thanks very much. Good night.
As Bottom, we had Kevin.
Hi, thank you so much for watching. We've had a blast. Good night.
As Titania, we had Kelly.
Titania, thank you guys. Thank you for supporting us through the season. Donate to the center if you can. Go see theater. We love you all. Happy Mother's Day.
And as Oberon, we had Kurt.
Thank you all guys so much for watching for the whole season. Have a great night. Support local theater.
As Puck, we had Carl.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for enjoying our season. Enjoy your summer. Have a good night.
As Demetrius, we had Vera.
Thank you.
And background Jeremy. We love background Jeremy. As Lysander, we had Molly.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. In the meantime, go see shows at the center.
As Hermia, we had Anna.
Thanks, everybody. Support your local theaters, please.
And as Helena, we had Aaron.
Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you for watching.
God, I hope I got everybody. Did I get raise your hand if I didn't say your name.
You got everyone.
I got everyone. Oh, thank God, because I don't know what I did with my list today. Okay. Thank you all for being so wonderful. One more time, go see the shows that are going on this summer. There are many outdoor shows. We have many outdoor shows here. If you are not here near us, there are many outdoor shows near you. Also, Broadway's opening up. So go see shows and support.
In September, but get tickets now.
Buy tickets.
Get tickets.
Come
Support
to New
local
York.
theater.
Support.
Come to the city.
Join us.
That was last week.
Last week. All right. Thank you so much. We are going on hiatus, but we will be back sometime in the late summer, early fall. And until then, thank you and good night from Livingroom Shakespeare.
Good night. Happy Mother's Day. Bye.